Hello everybody and welcome back. So I have been very busy producing some posters to try and locate John, who is missing. If you watch my previous vlog you'll know that he hasn't actually been around since he was on my farm 2 weeks ago, which is a complete mystery. He has vanished. Now I just guessed that he had gone back to live at Dennis's, but apparently not. According to Dennis, he has not been back since the day he went on work experience at my farm. So where is he? That is the big question. You can see these people are walking past, so if they do recognise his face, hopefully they will get in touch, as the poster says down the bottom there. But all we can do is really hope for the best. The police are now looking into it, since he is now officially a missing person. He has been away for quite some time. But yeah, there's not much more I can do. They just told me to put posters up, which I've done, and you know, stay vigilant really. I don't really know where he could be. I haven't got a clue. I suppose we probably should go and speak to James to see if we can take a look in that shed where we found him before. But I doubt it, because Dennis doesn't even own that anymore. He's got no reason to be hiding over there. And James might have even converted that shed into a tractor shed or something. I think a bit later on in the vlog I will go out looking again, but to be honest, I don't know. I really don't know. So I do have some farm work to do to begin with, and it is the grass field. Now the grass field has been cut already, but this time round, because we do have a bit more money, we have almost £20,000, I have decided to take a bit of an easier option. I've got some contractors coming in, so basically what's going to happen is they're going to mow it, and I'm going to bale it. To put it simply, I'm going to stick with the silage bale approach. I was thinking about doing hay bales, but as it turns out we really don't need to make any more hay bales at the moment. We have quite a few, and we don't really get through them very fast either, because we only have 2 horses and a few sheep. Right, I just need to get the gate opened up, and the contractors are supposed to be here at 10. So I just need to prepare a few things and make sure everything is out of the way. But I can imagine they're going to turn it with a fairly big mower on a big tractor. They should get it done in no time. Now I still have the drill here. I do need to return the drill, but I'm tempted to see if I can extend the lease on the the rent on the tractor, because that tractor has actually turned out to be really good. I might even try and buy it at some point, because it just seems to be a really good all-round tractor. The horsepower is just right, and it's not really that new, so I can afford it, I hope. What would it be, about £15,000? Well, when we've sold some silage bales we should be able to afford it. But yeah, they can just get straight into the field. I do need to move that trailer, which I'll do. Everything seems to be in order here. Give them a bit of water. Yeah, it's all good. How much wool? Still filling up. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't germinated yet. It has been a while since I drilled it. It's slowly coming through. Over here we still have the same baler. I'm going to sell that today, I think. It's just got to the point now where we've got to upgrade. It is a good baler. It really is, and it wasn't that expensive, which was what was so handy at the time. But at the moment, we're just sort of in a position now where the farm is growing, and we do need to increase the capacity of the machinery. So that is what we're going to be doing gradually. As for the Massey Ferguson down here, well, I'm going to try and start it. It's a very nerve-wracking experience, knowing that it has been on its side, and, well, if there's oil in places where there shouldn't be in the engine, it could have some fairly negative effects. I really don't want it to run away. I don't think it will do. Well, we will see. It's still nerve-wracking. Okay, here we go. I suppose we should actually have some rags ready, because the only way of really killing a runaway diesel is to block off the air intake. Even that can be tricky and also quite dangerous. Okay, let's be irresponsible, because I do have high hopes in this. I don't think there'll be a problem. Here we go. Yes, I think it's all good. The front loader works, at least it goes up. Yep, that works. Put it into forwards. Yep, and reverse. Brilliant. So yeah, there doesn't really seem to be too much wrong. Let's just put this rear weight back on, because I did take it off before, so that we could upright it. Well, I think we have got away with it. A few scratches on the paintwork, we did have to bend the mirror back. But it seems to be okay. Which I'm very pleased about, because this was my front loader tractor. It is my front loader tractor. We do need it. But in the end, I'm hoping to have a higher horsepower tractor and a telehandler. I have never, I don't think, had a telehandler on the farm. It will probably be quite old, but it would still be good to have one. Right, so that can go there. I'll just very quickly run back down here. We'll jump into this tractor and we'll go and speak to them about just detaching all the drilling equipment and then keeping the tractor over here for some time, or maybe even buying it. I'll get a price, but it does seem like a pretty good tractor, so I don't know, 20,000, 15,000, that's what I said before, I had to guess, but I don't know. Actually, I don't really know anything about the prices of case tractors. As you know, I've stuck mostly with Massey Ferguson, but the drill was good. And we do still have some seed in the hopper, but they usually do a discount on my next rental if I give them the seed back, if I don't take it. Okay, right. So let's go inside, speak to them and see what we can do. Okay, so I've spoken to them and we have some good news and some bad news. Apparently, I can extend the rental on the tractor for this week, but after this week they're putting it up for sale. They just had it in briefly as a tractor which another customer wanted to use for drilling, so they allowed them to use it before they sold it. But yeah, it's going to be sold, so we can't have a rental period for longer than 1 week, but we could buy it. I don't know what the price is going to be. They haven't said, they haven't cleaned it yet, so they're going to put it through the workshop and service everything. We'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah, they said it would be another £300 for the whole week, so I think that's okay. So that is £300 deducted from my account. What we're going to do is go back to the farm, get the baler, bring that over. They're going to give me a price for it, and then we'll see if we can maybe get more money off if we were to buy a new baler from them as well. Because if I buy a new baler, they tend to take more off than if I just sold it to them. You know, part exchange. It usually works quite well. My only concern is balers are not cheap, so we'd still have to go for a baler which is relatively old. But we'll just have to look and see what they've got in stock. So it's 8 minutes past 9. The contractor should be here fairly soon. They're just going to mow it. I go behind with the baler, and then we'll wrap the bales, because we do own the wrapper, which is nice. I do have some other stuff lying around which we don't necessarily need. A small windrow just there. It is nice, but it's pretty small. It's already got some hay in it. I might have been better off putting it on Zoom bid. It's just the convenience though. It's so easy just to drive across the road and buy and sell stuff. But yeah, I know that you do tend to get more money if you sell it privately on an auction site. So there we go, they can hopefully give me a price for that. We'll go and see what they've got, baler wise, and then, yeah, I would hope to have it in the next, well, maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Okay, so quite a few things just happened. I have sold this baler. They essentially gave me about £5,500 for it. I don't know if that's good or not, but they also did me a deal on this baler over here, which they've just pulled out of their used machinery shed, on what I must say is a very nice tractor. Yeah, it's just come in a few days ago, so they haven't really done much to it, and it does need to have all the wrap loaded into it as well. It's completely empty, so they just did it as like a trade sale, which means I didn't have to pay as much. So yeah, it's not bad really. It was 14,000, but then it was actually more because they took my other one in part exchange. So yeah, I'm happy with it so far. I haven't used it yet, but we'll soon find out. And that's going to go very nicely on this tractor over here. I also have my Ford over here, which needs to be taken back, but too much stuff is happening in one go. Right, so just going to drop that off that tractor and we'll get it attached. And yeah, I need to also buy the bale wrap, but I can imagine those contractors will be arriving very soon. They might already be there. Okay, so I just hitched onto it. I had to wait for a while to get them to move the tractor. They must have gone on a tea break or something. But there we go. We'll head off. I think it's pretty much guaranteed that the contractors are there now, because it has been... How was that? That was 15-20 minutes that I was waiting. It's 10 past 10. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll just let them do the job first, and then I'll bale it, because I don't want to get in the way. There's no need to rush into this, as long as it is baled today. Unless, of course, they haven't turned up yet. They're probably wanting the grass to be the right moisture as well. It doesn't want to be too wet, but it doesn't really matter too much, as it is going to be silage, but it doesn't want to rot. Okay, are they here? Yes, they are. Looks like they've already made a good start. Well, I'll go and speak to them, and then I'll probably send the drone up and do a time lapse. That was efficient, but with efficiency comes a price. £500, is that good? I don't know. I paid £500 for that contractor to mow the field. I think it's not bad, because we know how much we can actually make from these bales. It's a fairly decent figure. It's like £25,000. Anyway, yes, what I need to do is jump into the Massey Ferguson and go and pick up the crates of bale wrap. I've just had a text message from the dealership saying it's ready, so we'll go and pick it up, and then we can start baling. So yes, we've currently got the muck grab on. This is our big bag attachment, and I must have left the adjustable pallet fork in the lower yard, I would imagine. So yeah, we'll just go and get all that sorted out. Here we are. I could not believe how expensive that was. That was £1,900 for a crate of 15 rolls. Anyway, we're now down to £2,769, but at least we don't have the mortgage, because that would have been really worrying to be that low. I probably should just add that we didn't have to buy 15 rolls, but it just made sense to get a full crate. We could have got just 3 if we wanted to. Okay, so we'll get that loaded up. Fit as many as we can in there. Looks like there's space for quite a few. 3. Well, I think one thing's safe to say, we're probably not going to have to buy any bale netting for quite some time. We'll go and put this in the shed. I think probably the shed over here is the best place. Okay, just there is absolutely fine. Okay, so here we are. We should probably close that. Get it fired up. And get that pickup down. Let the baling commence. Right, so how quickly is this going to fill? We did fertilise it because we put the manure on. So that'll help quite a bit. And I can't remember how much each bale is worth, but it's over £1,000. Okay, that's bale number 1. You are going to get a better view from behind, so if I send the drone up again, I think that would be the best way of doing this. But this is a nice feature. This baler actually has a bale counter, unlike my old one. So we'll be able to see how many we've actually produced. Before I used to just guess, or count them if there wasn't too many. But bale number 2 is approaching. Okay, so that is everything finished, and I did just go and speak to, on the phone, I spoke to the dealers to see if these bales are compatible with my wrapper. I told them what model number I have, which wrapper we have, the Ursus, and they said it wouldn't work. They said these bales were just too big. So that's good. So they're trying to sort out a replacement for me. If I had known this, I probably would have gone for a different baler. But we're just going to have to change the wrapper now, I suppose, to be compatible. Nothing's ever easy. Anyway, I'm just going to go and put this back in the shed. Up here. Who's that? What? John? Okay. That's interesting. Good news, hopefully. Daggerwin, you can find me now. It's not a game. Well, it must be okay then. Right, well, I suppose I should inform everybody who's looking for him that he has made contact. You don't think he is in that shed, do you? We'd better go and have a look. I can't believe it. He's just playing games. He's just messing around. Unbelievable. If he isn't here, in the shed, then I have absolutely no idea. This is the place we found him before. And it's not too far from here. It would make perfect sense. Okay, here we are. Really, I should have spoken to James first. I'm quite tempted to... yeah, I think we'll turn the engine off here. And I don't mean we're going to push the vehicle up, we'll just walk. That would be quite something. Okay, I must be quiet. I haven't been here since Dennis left, over a year ago. Seems fairly quiet. not much happening. Okay, there is the shed. That's where we found him before. Can't hear anything. Okay. Here goes. Gotcha. Ah!